fans, you've come one more time to bpmgmedia.com for the fight information, the action. Well, let me go ahead and just tell you right now, the crew is here. I've got none other than Ahmad. I've got Stan the Man, and I've got the lovely Lisa Roland Gomez right here taking charge right now. But you got to look at the last week. What has transpired in the Dallas-Fort Worth area? Got to tell the crew right now, Dallas-Fort Worth is starting to establish themselves as a mecca of fights here. Let's get down to the information right here that we have for you. Let's go ahead and date it right now. It's February the 28th. It's at the Frontiers of Flight Museum, Standing 8 Promotions, the promoter of record in connection with the Dallas Leadership Foundation, benefiting the Ring of Hope. And it was a classic bout. It was a classic show. It was 6 bouts. Let's get down to one of them right now. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Ahmad right here. It's Max De Leon making his pro debut against Jamaris Chaney, also making his pro debut. These boys came heavy-handed.
It was a very good fight. In the first round, I gave, well, you had to give it to De Leon because he knocked him down with an overhand right. It came out of nowhere. You know, they were boxing pretty good, exchanging punches, and he just caught him. And from there on, he started to take over. You see that Chaney really had no answer for anything that De Leon had later on in that round. Now, the second round, De Leon caught him in exchange with a left hook in between the shots. And he put him on the seat of his pants. And from there on, it was just, you know, you just count the shots until the referee Lawrence Cole stopped the fight. But it was a pretty good fight. Anybody else want to say anything else about that fight?
I mean, it was a great fight. Like I said, he took charge after the first round when he did knock him down. He just caught him in exchange. He had his hand down. And when you have your hand down, when you're going to the body trying to finish on top, he was just the faster person who was able to catch him. Caught him with that left hook. He got back up. I gotta give it to him. I gotta give it to Chaney. He got back up and tried to fight, but pretty much after that left hook, it was over. He threw some more punches, and you know, the referee stepped in, and that's what happens, you know, right? I mean,
it was a good stoppage.
Yeah, it was a good stoppage.
He wasn't able to protect himself anymore.
Right.
Well, they were junior middleweights here. I'm getting choked up right here, but because these men right here came prepared. They came, what I would actually have to say about Mr. Max De Leon, I saw him as an amateur, making his amateur ascension, and when he came in, I've got to tell you, I've got to give you a tidbit of information. He makes weight, and he's so close that he just drops his drawers in front of everybody there. Everybody's starting to get an eyeful here. But the only reason I say that is because, Max, you earned the 154. You earned that win. The official decision comes. You make the decision, didn't you? TKO. It was a second round. It was 45 seconds. Max walks out as an undefeated pro fighter making his pro debut. Hey, the next one, let's talk about this one. This one right here was for the Texas junior middleweight, was it not? Title, Rogelio De La Torre versus Quentin Whitaker. Hey, there was a lot of action here. Let's talk about this. Who wants to take off with it first?
Well, I'll tell you right now. I mean, both fighters, they came to fight, okay? They came to fight. Rogelio, I mean, this kid here, he's awesome. I really feel like he has a very big future in the industry. But one of the things that I'm really concerned about is that the punches, all the punches that he ate. I mean, just like the fight before with what happened, he ate a lot of punches that he didn't have to. And one of the things that I took notice that within this fight, he didn't work the body as much. He didn't work the body as much to break the body down. But throughout the fight, I mean, it was a very good, very great fight. He came in fit, ready to go. I mean, it was awesome all the way through.
Ahmad, anything on it?
Okay, now I thought Quentin was unprepared for this fight. You know, when you're a state champion, you're defending your belt, you should prepare, you should take everyone serious. Come a little bit more. His shots were kind of off, wasn't sharp at all, and he took a lot of shots. He punched a lot with his head up and hands down, which is always a recipe for disaster. And he got that disaster in the 6th round.
One of the things that I noticed about Quentin is that it was his stance. He was off balance. Every time he threw that right, it seemed like he was overcommitted, he was off balance, and that's how De La Torre was able to catch him, because of his stance. If you don't have a stance, you don't have these. So this doesn't matter to me. It's all about your stance, and his stance was too much, either right here, or it was too wide, or he was too square, which made it perfect for De La Torre just to catch him whenever he wanted to.
Yeah, because he fell into every shot. Every time he threw a big shot, he fell into a shot.
Exactly.
And, you know, and De La Torre just kind of took his time and, you know, picked him apart. And actually, the stoppage in the 6th round was a great stoppage because he was to the point where he could no longer defend himself. He's just taking shots. Whenever he's just taking shots, it's time to stop him.
Well, the change of the tide, like I'm going to just jump on your bicycle, on your wagon right here, was whenever you start losing the conditioning aspect, when you're going, I'll say hand-to-hand combat, that's what boxing's about. Then your repertoire, your assault arsenal, everything that you have goes down the tube, and that's what happened. We saw a complete change after the third round when he runs out of gas. He's gassed out, and he's just holding on and just trying to make something happen. And I've got to tell you, Rogelio, he may have not been the master of the ring that night, but he was the master of conditioning. And that right there is what separated. And then after that, he started barraging, started landing those scuds, and all of a sudden we had an explosion.
Yeah, because Rio did take a lot of shots as
Sure.
well, which made it a very interesting fight. Anytime you have an exchange of punches like that, Whitaker did as a big puncher, but his balance was off. He's falling into his shots, so he wasn't able to get the leverage on the shots that he should have. But it made an interesting fight.
One thing that we were talking about when we were watching this fight was, did the referee stop it? Was it a premature stoppage? I say no. Even though in the 6th round he was getting hit and the referee stopped it, but then you also got to look at the previous fight, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that's right.
He was getting hit a lot. So, you know, sometimes
Exactly.
we can't see what a referee can see when he's standing right in front of close, you know, close proximity, you know, with the fighters.
Sure.
We may not see it, but the referee might see something. Maybe his eyes are going back or something, but 4 or 5, you know, he was taking shots. And finally the referee said, you know what, no more, I don't want to see this, even though that some people thought that it was a premature.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the end does come. And a change of the belt. Rogelio De La Torre walks in as a challenger, but he walks out as a champion. In the 6th round, at 2 minutes, even, your referee, Lawrence Cole, calls a halt to the action, and our winner by TKO and crowned new Texas light middleweight champion. You stay tuned as we come back here in a minute and we look at the other action of the DFW area. Stay tuned.
Man, I want to give a shout out to BPMG Sports, man, for keeping updated with me and all this sport active illustration, you know, man. I want to thank everybody, the whole team, you know. They do a great job.
Hey, let me tell you something. BPMG says it like it is. That's what I'm talking about. They don't pull no punches, and that's what boxing needs. All this crap they don't need. They need somebody like BPMG says it like it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, BPMG Sports. See y'all, Houston, Texas.
Okay, Fight fans, we welcome you back. This right here, the second segment right here. We're going to go ahead and look at what happened in Fort Worth, Texas. And that was March the 2nd. March the 2nd. And that was at the Guys and Dolls venue in Fort Worth, right off of I-20 and 35. It was Jesse Rodriguez presenting Premier Fight Series number 3. Not because 1 and 2 didn't make it, but because 1 and 2 equal number 3 explosion itself. Let's go and get down to the fight information right here. Kashif Shalon versus Paco Castillo. His first name is Jeremiah. And these guys at 130 pounds, oh man, it was action. They came in and they were already slated to be the fight of the night. And they lived up to every bit of it. Scheduled for 3 rounds, and they did go 3 rounds. And the crowd got their fill, got their cup, got their shot of MMA at the hands of these 130. Let's talk about these 130 pounders going after it.
Well, again, Kashif is coming from Phalanx MMA Academy. Paco Castillo is coming out of El Paso, Texas. This was back and forth war. The matchmaker, the promoter even said before, I think it was during weigh-ins, he said that this was going to be a fight of the night, so you don't want to miss it. And it was fight of the night. It was back and forth. Kashif, you know, he was more the boxer in the ring. Paco Castillo came out throwing looping shots. I was hoping that Kashif, you know, relaxed a little bit, you know, fighting a brawler who wanted to bait him in and just brawl with him. Kashif, when he did come in, he did get him in the clinch, and he worked his Muay Thai. He had him in the clinch, working the knees. I gave the first round to Kashif. Second round comes in, I'm going to give it to Paco. It was very close. It kind of could have gone either way, but I thought Paco might have stole the second round. Third round, you know, me being Kashif's teammate, I'm yelling. I said, hey, it's 1-1. You have it first, he has the second. The third round, you got to bring it to him. And that's exactly what happened. The third round, he rocked Paco, but that kid is such a tough guy. It's hard to knock him down. It's to knock him out, period. And again, back and forth. And it ended. It ended to a decision. And it ended in a split decision.
Split decision, that's right.
Right. I mean, because I did see it 1-1. Third was, I thought it was all the way Kashif's, and
Sure.
But he got the victory.
But Kashif is a professional boxer. Now, he has an 0-1 record as a professional boxer, but that's what you call, these guys are bringing the action, not only from the standpoint of MMA, but they go ahead and kind of wear themselves in a double hat, boxing as professional boxers, and that's what a lot of these MMA fighters are doing now. I mean, what do you think about that? I'm going to ask you, Ahmad, these MMA fighters step over to the boxing side, and they're MMA fighters, and they want to kind of just sharpen up their MMA side of the striking game, as they call it in MMA.
Well, actually, it does have to do with the striking. Using the leverage on boxers. You know, it's a lot of times with a lot of different martial arts, they concentrate so much on their feet that they lack with their hands.
Okay, well, it is, right there it is. It's Kashif taking the win now at 3-5. Let's talk about another one. It was a massive, massive knockout here, or however you want to call it, striking. What is it? Stop due to strikes? I don't care what you call it, baby. It was just destruction here. It is Jeff Mercer, who's called the Mercenary, climbing into the ring with another phalanx powerhouse fighter by the name of Melvin Jordan. These guys are weighing in, if I remember correctly, at 170 pounds. And I'm going to toss this one out to you, the lovely Lisa.
Well, you know what? What can you say? It was over in 22 seconds. You know, I knew that Melvin was going to win this fight, not just because he was my teammate. I know him personally. I see him train every day. You know, Melvin is, he has great Muay Thai. He has great hands. He has great footwork. Both of them both came off a loss. You know, Jeff lost his pro debut. Melvin lost his pro debut. So it gave him motivation for both of them. Like, I'm going to come out victorious. They both came out. Jeff tried to throw an overhand right. Melvin just moved, utilized the ring beautiful. And the next thing you know, Melvin threw a high kick, caught him. He dropped. And he was out, but he wasn't completely out, but he was rocked pretty bad. And Melvin jumped on top of him, threw some ground and pound, 3 punches, and it was over. It was lights out for him. You were there.
Yeah, I really think that it was over before he did the ground and pound. I mean, I think personally, he just decided he was going to beat the ref to the point. Because, yeah. I mean, it's like, bottom line is, it was over when he threw that kick.
When he connected, it was over with. By the time he fell, it was just, I was at cage side, and it was just, I mean, Melvin jumped on him like you're supposed to. It's a sport. And he put an end to it real quick, the referee coming in. It was 22 seconds of the very first round. It was a knockout, and Phalanx Powerhouse takes another victory with Melvin Jordan being the one representing them. Now let's talk about the co-main event. I've got a guy who has got a myriad of fights in the ring, a guy by the name of Douglas Fry. This guy comes in with a great background. Now, his record may not be the best at 12-8, but he's got 20 bouts as an MMA fighter, climbing into with an up-and-coming man out of Phalanx again, Javier Obregon. These guys are making weight at 150. Let's talk about this.
Both of these fighters are bangers. I mean, they're known for standing in front of you and just want to, you know, take each other's head off. And I thought this was going to happen. It surprised us. It's MMA. Anything goes. The first round, it was a very technical ground game. Again, Phalanx is known as for the striking. Javier took on Douglas Fry, who comes from Muller's Jiu-Jitsu. They're known for their ground. So they were both, it was a very technical fight on the ground. I wanted to see some more standing, but going to the second round, I gave the first round to Javier. You know, Douglas tried to use a lot of his Muay Thai. He's very great in his Muay Thai skills, and he was trying to get him into the clinch. One of the things that I know that Daron was telling him, watch for those clinch, watch for the knees, and Javier utilized the cage very well to get out of those, the clinches. Second round came in, that's when the stand-up was coming in. I think Douglas got tired in the second round, and Javier saw that. And he just went on there and dominated the second round. He was just throwing punches, rocked him really badly. I thought the referee at one point was going to stop him because, he was just pretty much not running because he was standing there eating punches. He was eating punches. He was wobbled. And then finally, because he was so tired and he was rocked, Douglas came in trying to shoot in. And when he did, he got into a guillotine choke. And then Javier jumped guard and it was over. He won by second round guillotine.
Well, I was at cage side, and I'm going to tell you what I saw right before all that started. It was a massive knee to the midsection that initiated a chain reaction of just a barrage of punches. That's what golly, Lisa, I'm almost getting choked up, was talking about. All of a sudden, the striking game comes into play, and as he starts, he jumps guard, gets a guillotine, and the end comes at 115. A great call. It was a tap out. It was a tap out. Doug had to tap, and it was at 115 the second round, and the end comes. Let's talk about the main event now. This main event was really, really kind of a different type of main event from the standpoint of our principles. We thought we were going to have Alex Russ against Elizar Rodriguez. For some reason or another, Alex Russ cannot make the fight. I don't even know why. I'm not calling anything out.
No, he couldn't make the fight because he had some injuries.
Okay.
And during training, those injuries came back, thought that they were gone, and that's why he wasn't able to, fight. So he had to pull out. I mean, as a fighter, you never go into a fight 100%. We all know this. You know this. Nobody goes into a fight 100%. But in MMA, you need everything. In boxing, you can't go in there with a broken hand because you need your hands. But yeah, I know that Alex personally, he trains with us. He wasn't able, to fight, but then we found somebody for him, and it literally last minute, probably a day prior, we found a substitute, and that was Brian Harlan, who took Alex Russ's place. So we got to give a big shout out to Brian, for stepping up in a very, literally last minute fight.
Well, he fights out of Hooligans Fight Club, and I did talk to him at weigh-ins, and he was telling me he still came in prepared, but that's the heart of a warrior. That's the heart of what you call the MMA fighters coming into the cage, prepared no matter what. Out of Muskogee, Oklahoma. They made weight, the contract weight was 136. They each made weight at 134 each. So they came in like that. But here's what happens. It comes to an end in the first round. If you remember correctly, they're going back and forth, and then finally what happens, Lisa?
He gets him by our arm triangle. It was another technical fight. We had your typical wrestler versus another wrestler, jiu-jitsu. It was very technical. There was a lot of transitions, a lot of reversals, but Elizar just came out victorious. He won by arm triangle literally at the last minute of the fight.
Well, what I had right here was 4:01 of the first round, and that was a decision going to Elizar and also Rodriguez. You stay tuned as we come back, and we're going to get you some of the upcoming events on the national scene as Ahmad brings us that information. You stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Undocumented Music Society, bpmgradio.com. Be in the mix with us every Tuesday, 12 to 2, every Friday, 12 to 2. My man DJ Chris X, I'm DJ Viz, aka Courthouse Walker. Dig it? Dig it? Dig it?
BPMG Sports, baby. Go there, check it out.
We welcome you back to the last segment of our episode today. We do have some tracking information on the national level of our boxing events, and we have Ahmad here to give us that schedule of what's happening. Ahmad, tell me what's slated for America.
Okay, another big fight. Now, this was the fight of the year last year. Brandon Rios and Mike Alvarado. They're making, hey, this is a rematch that everybody wants to see. This is going to be on the level of a Pacquiao Marquez, a Ali Frazier. This is like a Hearns and Leonard, you know, Brandon Rios, Mike Alvarado. If you got to see that fight, you got to see a real fight. I get excited about this fight because everybody knows, if you saw this is a classic boxer against a brawler. And the boxer got the brawler, well, the brawler got the boxer to do what he was good at. That's going to be a good fight. If you only watch one fight this year, I tell you, watch that Alvarado Rios fight.
Well, it's going to be classic, no doubt about it. These guys come in, it's war. From the get-go, if you didn't see it, I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell you, just go to YouTube and you can see that. You're going to go and see a preview of what I think is going to be a continuation when these men get back into the ring here.
Let's bring it back to Dallas, okay?
Okay.
You know, really, I really enjoyed that Del Toro fight. As a matter of fact, I enjoyed it so much, I would like to actually broadcast that fight and allow the people to see what we saw.
You're talking about Rogelio De La Torre, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. So what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. All right, I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and give you a gift, and we're going to go ahead and go into this fight. We want you to check it out and chime in on what you think about it.
Yeah, and I would love to hear their comments too. If they could drop in some comments and let us know what they thought about that fight, that would be awesome.
And how do they do that?
Well, basically go to BPMG Media, and we will have a social media spot to where you can chime in, and on the next show, we'll talk about some of the things that our people had to say about it.
With our special gift to you, you enjoy what you're about to see. But it is a crew, one more time. It's bpmgmedia.com. We never say bye. We always say farewell. Until our next one, we salute you.
Introducing Thank you.